Welcome to DeFi Expectations. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Today we have on Matt Hill from Dropbears Tree Diving Club, an NFT project. How are you doing today, Matt?
Really good, guys. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good.
We last interviewed you for the Damn Tasty Cornchips NFT project. So tell us what's happened since then and what inspired you to work on Dropbears.
Okay, so the Damn Tasty Cornchips, there's so two parts to that series now. I completed sort of part B, where I brought all the burned corn chips back to life. So everything that was burnt off the blockchain for upgrading your cards, I brought them back as zombies and made an animated series, which just broke even when I went to sell it. So it was a little bit disappointing that I spent a couple of months trying to do something different and bring in some animation and just I just went crazy on these things. But yeah, I broke even with that, and while I was working on that, I had a bunch of ideas for like a whole heap of different projects I could release on Wax. And the one that was right up the top of the list was the Dropbears Tree Diving Club.
Interesting. And what inspired the Dropbears?
Well, a few years ago, we had a like really bad bushfires in the west of Sydney in the Blue Mountains, and I was looking for a way to get on board and be able to donate some money to those causes. And I had drawn a couple of koalas probably a year ago or so, and I picked them up. I actually don't have the original on me, sorry, but I picked it up. It was on a sketch pad and it looked terrible. It looks nothing like the one you can see on on the screen. And I started putting together a roadmap and ways that I could give back to the community. But to answer the question, what inspired it all was Ethereum. Like, these generative art projects on Ethereum are really cool. I've gotten involved in some of them as well, and I'd like to see something like that with a roadmap similar to what they have on Ethereum in Wax, and start trying to maybe trying to seduce some Ethereum NFT fans over to the greenest blockchain on the market.
Have they actually started doing generative projects on Wax, or are you one of the first people to try and do that?
There is a few out there. I don't think any of them have a roadmap like I do. I know, so the Nifty Show and Ken Bozak put together a project called the Bros, and that was a generative art project. The roadmap it was a really cool little project. It was the roadmap gave people who bought in bits of extras. I think you get like 3 or 4 NFTs if you just buy the first one. So I thought that was pretty cool. There was another one that it was kind of like a copy of the Among Us characters. I think they were called Imposter Punks, and they were pretty successful as well. And I think they made a comic out, or it's just like a storyline through. So when you bought your little Imposter Punk, it would go on this journey through this story, which I thought was pretty cool as well. But yeah, as for my sort of roadmap that I've got going on here, then I don't think anyone is doing anything like what I'm doing.
Excellent. Well, let's watch a quick promo for Dropbears. Let me pull it up here. By the way, do you produce all your own marketing content?
Yes. Yeah. Everything that you see here, I've done personally. I do have another guy that helped out with the actual the generative part of the Dropbears, but we'll get into that a bit later, I guess.
Oh, g'day. My name's Baz. I'm a drop bear. I may look like one of those cute vegan koalas, but a drop bear prefers meat. And that's why I'm here today. Since this fucking COVID bull started, us drop bears are starving. Our main food supply got scarce the moment they stopped letting new tasty forks into our country. As a result, we've had to feed on some local foods. But they're so tough, it's like chewing on fucking jerky. All we want is a tender tourist to walk under our branch and it'll be like dining at Salt Bay. Anywho, once the gates swing back open at the airports, we've decided to help give the tourism industry a kick in the bum by giving a couple of you Drop Bear fans a holiday on the east coast of Australia. All you got to do is become a member of the Dropbears Tree Diving Club by buying one of these Geode NFTs on the Wax blockchain. Once they're all sold out, you'll be in the running to snag a couple of tickets to my neck of the woods. And to show we're good sports, when we sell half of the NFTs, we'll donate $10,000 to our koala cousins. Oh, thanks, Barry. Yeah, no worries, Des. So go to dropbearstreediving.club for more info. And when you get here, let us know when you're planning on experiencing one of our great bushwalk tracks. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
That's cool.
I got a quick question. What is a drop bear exactly?
A drop bear is a meat-eating cousin of the koala. So, as Barry just explained, that they've been waiting for their main food supply to walk under their branch. We haven't had many tourists here for the last 2 years. So their main food, their favorite food is a good, nice, juicy foreigner, and they dive down from the tree and munch into them.
Is there a trading?
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask real quick, is there a trading card component to Drop Bears like Damn Tasty Cornchips, or is the gamification different this time around?
No, it's different. This is not a game. This is a generative art project. Just so basically, what you're buying is a drop bear on its own. It's a unique drop bear. There's 6,666 of them, and basically, as the project progresses, we'll be giving chances to modify them, breed them, any of the secondary market sales. We're going to pull that money together and talk to the community and ask what they would like to do with it, whether it's sweeping the floors or putting it into another charity or another aspect of the collection.
Yeah, could you share some items on that roadmap? I know that you'd mentioned the charity. Was there a reason for choosing that specific charity, and how else did you put together your roadmap for this project?
Yeah, if you scroll down, there is the roadmap. Keep going.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, so at 50%, we'll be donating to the Australian Koala Foundation. They're doing their best to fix up the survivors from the Black Friday fires and create some more habitats for them and bring the population up, because I don't know if you guys know this, they were nearly wiped out. Like it was pretty bad. But as for the rest of the roadmap, basically, at 10%. So once 10% of them are sold, we'll be talking to the community and ask them, what do you want us to be involved in? So if you want us to apply to be in Wax Arena or Alien Worlds or Immersus, anything they want us involved in, we'll quite happily throw down the cash and say, all right, here's our application, get us in. Once a quarter of them are gone, we're going to start working on this clubhouse that you can see behind me. That's going to be interactive. You'll be able to buy beers over the bar, and the beers will act as raffle tickets or boosters for our major prize. Again, I want the community to be involved in that. I want them to be able to say, this is what I want. And vote for it, and who wins votes gets to decide. As you can see over my shoulder, there's some skateboards hanging up on the wall. That I think this is one of the coolest part of the project. I got in contact with a couple of Australian artists and projects and asked them if they wanted to collaborate in this. And basically they sent me an artwork. I put it on the skateboard. There is one of each of those skateboards in the 6,666 Dropbear packs there. So if you pull one of those skateboards, what I'll do is when it reaches 60% sold, I'll get 3 of those skateboards of each artwork printed and sent out to the NFT holder, to the artist, and then we're going to keep one as well and either hang it up on the wall behind me or donate them for an auction for charities, or again, we'll talk to the community and say which way they want to go with that as well. The 40% sold point, we haven't decided what's happening there yet. We've got a few options, and I don't expect this to sell out like in a few seconds like it does on Ethereum. $25 is one of the higher end NFTs on Wax at the moment. So for a single picture, even though it's like $200, like the equivalent to $200 on Ethereum, I don't expect these to sell out like the first day. It might be a bit of a slow burn. So we'll probably have time in between the percentages to decide what happens next there as well.
So you're essentially saying that about $25 is going to be the mint price?
$25 is the mint price, yeah. So whatever it works out to be in Wax, it'll be $25. So if Wax, because most of our things that we're doing has to be done with dirty fiat, we need to make sure that money arrives in the account so we can distribute it as per our roadmap. So, gotcha. Excuse me. So the Australian Koala Foundation do not accept cryptocurrency as a donation. So we'll have
be one of my questions actually. Yeah, is how all that works.
Yeah, look, it looks like they don't know a lot about cryptocurrency, and I like from some of their posts, or one of their posts I saw on Twitter, I don't think they have any interest in it, but I would like to introduce them to it and say, this is what we're doing for you guys. Let us help you, and get involved. Like, come and have a look see what we're doing, and see how this can benefit charities like yours, and how it can benefit the koalas.
Do you think that if more charities were accepting crypto, that more people would be donating?
I think more.
I know personally, like, crypto, I've said this before, it's kind of a lot like gambling in the way that, if you're in a casino, they just give you a ticket. They give you a ticket or they give you chips to kind of distance you from understanding that it's actual money, kind of. So I feel like people are a lot more willing to just go through and blow it on stuff and possibly send it to charities than they would with actual like physical fiat.
I think projects like mine, there is another project called the Dropbears on Ethereum, and they've donated like tens of thousands of dollars to different koala charities that actually do accept cryptocurrency. But I think more projects will probably use their cryptocurrencies to donate if charities accepted it. As for the regular Joes buying and flipping and doing that sort of stuff, I don't know if it works out to be a tax benefit for them. It might be a really, really great way to donate. It depends on the situation, I guess.
That's what I was kind of wondering too, is like, how does that work from a tax perspective? Like, if you donate to them, especially with cryptocurrency, and I'm sure it's different in every country too, but if you were to pull the money out essentially and then donate that, do you not receive any tax liability for that?
As far as I know, I there is no tax benefit for donating to the Australian Koala Foundation. It says all over their website that you're doing this to feed these koalas. Basically, there's no tax benefit there. As for other charities, I know that if you have a receipt or proof that you have donated to a charity, that can be used as a tax write-off, even for the normal taxpayer. But I don't know how it works with crypto, because I don't even think crypto is classed as money yet. But I could be wrong. I'm not that far in depth with the crypto side of things.
Sure, it depends a lot on your location too.
Yeah, I mean, here I know that it's counted as security, so as soon as you pull it out, I think they're taxing you on capital gains.
Oh yeah, once you turn your crypto into like if we turn it into an Australian dollar, then yeah, it's been realized. I know that much. It's been realized, and you have to pay tax on it. Yeah.
I had a question about the platform you chose. So you chose Wax as the network for your NFT drop, and I believe you chose that for the drop for damn tasty corn chips as well. So forgive me if I'm asking this question again, but what was your reason for choosing Wax for this drop?
Okay, so the reason why I chose Wax for the damn tasty corn chips was because I didn't know of any others. I was introduced to NFTs by a guy who uses Wax to sell, for him to promote his project on. I chose Wax this time around because it's what I know, and I've seen some of the awesome things NFT Blocks is doing at the moment. So with blending NFTs and with the drops and everything like that it's sort of all taken care of on their third-party website, and it just makes it really easy. When it comes to Ethereum, I'm sure there's like a bit of coding that involved in doing that sort of stuff, and I have no idea how to do that. I don't have a team. I'm doing this independently and like working hard to try and make everything like perfect, and knowing that I have that backup with NFT Blocks it helps me understand that it's a bit more secure than going down these roads that I don't know. Originally I wanted to release this, but the original name for this was going to be Crypto Koalas, and I wanted to release it on on Ethereum. But then I did some research and found that there was already 2 projects called Crypto Koalas, and one of them was a rug pull. So I wanted to distance my name from that.
Makes sense.
So I came up with the Dropbears, and then as I was saying, it turns out that there is another Dropbears project on Ethereum. I was contacted by one of the guys there. His name's Reese, and lovely bloke, really cool guy. He contacted me saying, "Oh, I heard you're releasing the Dropbears," and I said, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "Well, we're dropping ours in a week. We're called the Dropbears as well, and it's going on Ethereum." I'm like, oh man, like I'm trying to be original and try and do these things, and it just turns out someone else was doing the same thing at the same time. But those guys are like, it's a bigger project. They're they were charging, I think it was 0.05 ETH per Dropbear, and there's 10,000 of them. There's a whole team of guys that have worked on this project, and it's a good project. Every aspect of their project is really good, and they've been so friendly as well. Like a few of the guys from their community have contacted me and asked what I'm all about, and they've been sharing my tweets and really showing their support, and because this is kind of like a puny little brother compared to what they've done, and they they've really sort of stepped on board, a lot of them, and helped out on this side of things as well.
Is their team all from Australia as well?
Yes, as far as I know, all their team members they're Australian, as far as I know.
have you guys considered maybe doing like a little quickie crossover thing? Like maybe, you can like kind of reimagine their characters or something like that and do a little collaboration that would be like mutually beneficial for both.
Look, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but this is already happening. I can tell you that if you scroll up to the top of that website, one of the skateboards, it's an orange skateboard, that has one of their Dropbears on it. So you can't see it, it's behind that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's behind my head there, but you see that orange skateboard up there. That's actually one of their Dropbears. So the same thing, I'll be giving away a printed skateboard to the NFT holder that has that Dropbear with that skateboard, or has one of our Dropbears, with that skateboard, and giving one to the Dropbears on Ethereum as well to keep.
Awesome.
The other crossover the other way, like I said, I don't know how much I can say, but I will say that I have done some drawings for them, and it looks like they'll be using them on an upcoming part of their modification, like they're sort of mutating parts of their project. And I've done, I think there was 3 or 4 images for them that I'll be using.
Nice. So like back to doing stuff on Wax, how does the minting process work on Wax for something like this? Is it different from how Damn Tasty Cornchips went?
It'll be the same sort of thing. There'll be a link. You'll be able to click the link. It'll take you to the NFT Blocks drop site, and you choose how many you want to buy, and the packs will end up in your wallet, and then there'll be you'll be able to open the packs, and there's an actual there'll be an opening video. So when you click to open the pack, you actually see something happen before you receive your NFT. As for the rest of the project, it'll be available on the NFT market and on the Atomic Hub market, which is kind of the equivalent to the OpenSea market.
Now, a quick word from our sponsor. Geode Finance is an ETH2 ecosystem, providing turnkey validator node solutions to the world of DeFi. By partnering with Geode, DeFi projects of all types can smoothly integrate ETH2 staking into their platform. Geode offers a means for protocols to increase profitability and enables individuals to stake their Ethereum in a more secure and decentralized manner. Stakers need only select their chosen representative, then can begin staking immediately on the Geode platform. Geode launches soon, so follow us on Twitter at geode_finance and visit our website at geode.fi. That's geode.fi. Links to these items, including our blog and Discord, are included in the YouTube description for this episode. Thank you all for listening, and if you are interested in ETH2 staking, please check out our sponsor. Now, back to the show.
How does I think with this project, you're having to do like an auto generation thing that you were saying someone's helping you with. Is that right?
Yeah. So
how much more complex is that to do?
Well, it turns out there are ways of doing it easier than how we did it. So if you want to, you can save each trait that are in your projects and send them all as PNGs to NFT blocks, and that will do a randomizing generator thing for it, and that's whatever cool. Pops out is what will be for sale. We went a different. When I say we, I've got a good buddy of mine, Scott. He built a random generator from scratch. I just coded the whole thing, and so we worked on that for about a month, trying to sort of perfect it. And I think we did, 5 attempts. Like it was like 4 or 5 attempts to get it to work properly. It worked. Like it popped out all like 6,000. We did 6,646, and I made 20 custom ones that I've slipped in there. The first result came out, and half of my traits weren't used, and we looked into it and to find out why. And it turns out there's like 9 billion possible outcomes with the amount of traits that I've done. So we needed a way to still keep it random, but give the generator rules where it's going to use, like we're going to weight it. So it's going to use some traits more than others to keep things like more rare than others. And he added some rules to that. And then what popped out at the end, again, it's like totally random. Like I've gone through all of them. I've seen every single one of them, and it laughed half the time because I never thought that combination, never thought I'd see that combination. And it was really cool to actually watch that process happen as well. Because like I say, I'm not a tech guy. I'm a creative guy, and I know how to make things look nice. And I'm an amateur when it comes to marketing, but again, I know what I would want to see, so I kind of produce that. And if I think something's attractive that I've made, that's something that I would buy. I hope other people sort of look at it too and go, oh yeah, that's cool, I want to get involved.
So you said how many traits are there going to be for this then?
So you've got the attributes. There's background, fur, eyes, their tops, so their shirts and jumpers. There's piercings, watches, different types of mouths, hats, left-hand objects, so their left hand might be holding something random in there. There's eyewear, and there's a mouth object. And I think like the most traits in one of those attributes is the tops, which is 26 different types of tops. And the least amount of anything is the mouth and the mouth object and the watches, which is there's only 4 choices from there. So they're the kind of like rarer ones.
Do you have any like I guess gimmicks, kind of like you did with the last one, where you were offering the upgrade feature for the autographs and the foils and stuff like that?
Sort of, but yeah. So when we get to so like the breeding program is basically you're going to be able to choose 2 of your drop bears and mash them together. So once, I think it's 80%. I'll just check my roadmap to make sure I'm not talking out my butt. 69%, sorry. We've got the root in the bush breeding program. So we've got you'll be able to choose 2 of your drop bears. Let's say you have a pink one and a gray one. You can either choose the color, or we might even put in an aspect there where you can split down the middle and it'll be half pink, half gray.
Okay, so you're going to be redesigning them by hand then when someone requests that?
If we go down that path of actually like splitting the colors, then yes, I'll have to go through and redesign the colors. But then it's just a simple, basically it's simple look at what they've got there, add the traits together, and then have that available for a blend, so they can blend. I'll program it so you'll blend drop bear number 1000 with drop bear number 1050. Will end up looking like this, and they'll be able to blend those together, which culls down the numbers, so it makes each Gen 1 drop bear more rare, and obviously the Gen 2 ones are going to be rarer than the Gen 1 ones as well.
Does it burn those when they combine them?
I don't know how we're going to go about that yet. I'd like to talk to the community about it, because if we do burn the Gen 1s, that's it, they're gone. And that obviously, like I said, it makes it more rare. Whereas if they will want to keep them, maybe we'll just add like a price on making those blends. So you get one. You either get one for free and burn the ones you've got, so it costs you your 2 drop bears, or you can pay and get a new one on top of the 2 drop bears you got. But like I said, we haven't decided that yet. They're just the options that are going to float around, and we're just going to put it to the community and say, okay, guys, what do you want?
Is that your Discord community?
Yeah, we've got a Discord community and Telegram and Twitter as well. But yeah, I think most of the conversations are going to happen on Telegram and Discord.
How many people do you have in those right now?
Oh, I'm not sure. I've only just fired up the Discord the other day, and we had a heap of people just sort of flood it over the last 2 days.
That's cool.
But Telegram, when I say a heap, I'm not talking thousands. Heaps for a wax project. And in our Telegram, we have 78 members. Okay. So it's not a massive community, but I'm pretty sure at least 50% of them are people that are looking forward to actually buying some of these things.
I saw on the top of the site, I believe, that you're doing whitelisting right now. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. So I'm going to release 1,000 of these packs the day before the public release, and that's for anyone who wants to get involved with the whitelist. I haven't set a cap yet. I'm basically letting it roll out until the date. So if 1,000 people join up and 1,000 people buy one, that's cool. You know, they all got one during the pre-sale, and then the next day we'll set it to the public, and we'll see how that goes there as well.
What are you doing in regards to the whitelist? Like, do people have to do anything in particular, or they just send their email information or wallet information, or how's that go with you?
Yeah, there's a form on our website, like right up the top. You can click the whitelist form, and that will take them to the Google form that I've made. All they got to do is just tick a couple of boxes to let me know what communities they're involved in. So if they're on Telegram, if they're on Twitter, and if they're on Discord, they don't have to tell me who they are. They just need to put their wallet address in, so I can, tick that box and say, okay, this address is allowed to buy one on this date.
When was Damn Tasty Cornchips released? Was that in like May?
Yeah, it was May this year. Yeah.
So like since that time, the NFT market has gone even more crazy than it already was at that time. What have you learned since then? And like, how are you going to apply what you've learned and what you've experienced to this new project?
Well, with the, I'm going to do what I always do and go against the grain. I'm always trying to push against what everyone else is doing. So I look at people that sort of follow on the end of trends and on those coattails and are successful, and thinking, geez, that's an easy way to do it. And then I'm an idiot and go, no, I'm going to do this the hard way. I'm going to do what everyone else is not doing, and hope one day that is a trend that's set instead of me following one. But from what I've learned, when it comes to wax NFTs, it's utility. So when I released the Damn Tasty Cornchips, I think I got on right at the end of this whole we're buying for the art thing. And people bought these things because there is a slight gamification to it. Like you can blend up your cards and that sort of thing. And I've learned that's, for a lot of people, that's not good enough anymore. It's you've got to have something attached to these. And a lot of the time it's online blockchain games, like play to earn games, especially in the wax community, which is fine. Like I think there's some really cool projects out there that are actually going along with this utility, and it's working out awesome for everyone, which is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the play to earn side of things, but I kind of got my head stuck up my own butt with my own art. So I kind of just put my head down and concentrate on what I need to do, and then I kind of look around to see if anyone else has done it, and then if someone else has, I either scrap it or try and change it in a way where it's pointing into a different direction. So yeah, so from what I learned is like the utility. So the utilities I've attached to mine, like a poor man's Gary V sort of NFT, where there's real life utility attached to this. So I'm talking real life skateboards are going to be printed and sent to wherever you are in the world. But we haven't got to the major thing yet, which is when I sell 100% of these, I'm gonna give some money to a tourism agency, and most likely what we have one here called Flight Center, and say, all right, this is our budget. I'm going to send 2 people from wherever they are in the world, whether it's in Australia or America or Canada or Russia or China or wherever you are in the world. If you own one of these NFTs, you've got the chance of getting 2 tickets to come to the East Coast of Australia. And I'm going to meet up with you at some point and slam a couple of $1,000 onto the table and say, come on, let's go have some drinks.
Nice.
And go for a night out on the town in Sydney, and work out an itinerary before they come over, and make sure that they're happy with the holiday that they're gonna get.
That's all.
Yeah, our tourism industry is suffering obviously as well because of COVID. And
yeah, I've heard it's pretty crazy over there right now. Like we were talking to DeFi Ted a little while ago. We keep in contact with him pretty regularly, and he's from Australia. And I think he was saying you guys were on lockdown for quite a long time.
Yeah, I think the last time we spoke, I think my answer to your question about COVID was nothing changed for me. Since then, everything's changed. everything's changed. Like I hadn't been to work in like 100 days. Like, yeah. But you know what was good about that? See all this? I did this. I spent time on getting this project together. Like if we didn't have lockdown, this project wouldn't have been anywhere near ready. Like, it would have been ready for next year. So so like I've kept working hard on this stuff, and we have kept indoors. I mean, for a while there, we weren't allowed out the front door without wearing a mask, and it's like we're scanning QR codes every time we walk into someone's shop, to keep. Yeah, it's. I really don't want to get political about it, but yeah, it's been tough.
It's been such a mess here. It's been so ridiculous still. Like, I don't know if there's any other countries that are being as stupid about it as us. So, like, it's embarrassing. But it's been embarrassing here for at least a good like 6 or 7 years now. So
well, this is the thing. I've seen a couple of people on Twitter that I respect in the crypto world post things that have come from Australia that is so out of context, and it makes me think, like, what's coming out of America has got to be out of context as well. Like wherever it's coming out of the world, the media is dressing it up the way they want, and and you're seeing what's been presented to you by whoever's posted it, and that's what they want you to see. Whoever's posted that thing, that's what they want you to see. Like there was this one in particular. There was a guy who was getting interviewed by 2 police officers at his front door. And it was all about, did you attend a protest 6 months ago? And he was going crazy at the cops saying, why are you even asking me all this? Like, what's that got to do with anything? Is it illegal to go to a protest? And the cops are like keeping calm and sort of looking at him like, just answer the question. Like, we're asking you these questions. Answer them. And if he chooses not, he says, I choose not to answer it. And he goes, okay, fine. We're not going to ask you these questions anymore. So, this, and basically it's been, I don't know the context because it's only a short clip out of probably what's happened over 10 minutes. You only see a minute of it. And I don't know if this guy, showed up to a protest, killed a bunch of people and left, and they're questioning him, trying to find out if he was the murderer. You don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'd like to, if anyone's watching this that is retweeting or sharing stuff that they've seen on social media that's been hacked out of a massive clip, leave it alone. If you want to find out more about it, try and research and try and find the whole video. If you can't find a whole video, then leave it alone. It's probably out of context. It's pointing your mind into probably the wrong direction. So just leave it alone.
Too much media manipulation.
Yeah, I never watch the news because I know how it's just completely manipulated. I mean, it just came out, I think, maybe a week or two ago that One American News Network, which is like the hardcore right-wing Fox over here, it's like even worse than Fox, is owned by, or they're financed by AT&T by like 95 or 98%, and AT&T owns CNN, who the conservatives are always constantly bitching about. So like AT&T is essentially just playing both sides. And I mean, it's like, it's not surprising. I already know that stuff happens. So it's like not worth watching, because to me, it's just a bunch of nonsense and manipulation.
Yeah, well, I got angry the other day reading Twitter posts from people that have no business even commenting on some of this stuff. They're not from our country. I shouldn't say it like that. That's not right. They're not here. They're seeing secondhand information, and the secondhand information has, it probably has a storyline up until that point, and then they've cherry picked that part of the story and thrown it in front of everyone and said, hey, look what's happening over here. So we had like a massive thing happen in Melbourne. There was a protest for some tradies that wanted to get back on site and not have to get the vaccine, and then what you see is cops coming out shooting them with rubber bullets, and trying to disperse the crowd and arresting people. What you didn't see is the lead up to it. I mean, these guys were pretty angry. I suspect they probably threw something through a window and someone fired back, and there was a fight and people got angry. And then all of a sudden there's thousands of people there at each other's throats. Of course the cops are going to come and shoot you with rubber bullets, you fucking idiot. Like, you got thousands of people fighting against each other. The cops are going to try and separate you. Now, wherever, even if your cause is legitimate, and I believe theirs was. I mean, it's all about freedoms and the right to choose what goes into your body. I'll say it straight. I'm double vaccinated. I did that for the reason so I can travel. I have a family that my partner's from Germany, and I want to be able to go to Germany. And if that is the quickest route to do that, then I've done it. It's that was my thought process of it, is doing the right thing by my family. These guys are probably doing the same thing, and it's turned into to what it turned out to. You don't see that. You don't see the start of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably get murdered if people have seen this that disagree with me. But yeah, that's fine. If I've missed something,
just be reincarnated.
If I've missed something, like a piece of information, I'm all ears. I'm happy to hear what, like, facts. I want to hear facts. I want to know facts, and sometimes they just don't they don't reach the audience as quickly as the juicy bits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so true.
Well, yeah, that's all the questions I've got for you right now. Fry,
great. Now I turned political too. Great.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, you want to talk about religion too?
I think we did that last time.
I think we briefly did. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a Catholic school. I'm now an atheist. We'll leave it there.
Yep, same here.
Yep. Something we all have in common.
Yeah.
Okay,
right,
yeah, Fry, you got any other questions?
No, that was it for me. It was great to have you on again, Matt. We appreciate having you on. Just anything else you want to tell our audience before we go?
Yeah, our drop date. If you go to our website, which is dropbearstreediving.club, I also did something. If you guys can't remember that, I did dropbearsnft.com, but I haven't been displaying that anyway. Yeah, if you go to dropbearstreediving.club, there is a countdown at the top of the page on how long you've got until it drops. Over here, it's going to be 6 a.m. On the 28th is the public drop. The 27th will be for the whitelisted pre-sale. There is a world time buddy as well on there. So basically all you got to do is scroll down to it. It'll tell you what the Sydney time is, and I'll tell you what your time is on your computer. Join the community, get involved. We've got a bunch of good causes going to be coming out of this. We've got like a bunch of awesome stuff to give to the community. Anyone that buys something is going to get something cool. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully it's a start of something that could spread through the Wax blockchain as well. So yeah, hopefully everyone gets on board, and see you on the 27th or 28th, whatever date it is over in your part of the world, and come and grab a couple.
Will do. Thank you very much for coming on. Good seeing you again.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you very much, guys.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Later.